All right, I'm back and there's no one here because it all got messed up. Maybe it'll send out an alert. You guys hang out right here. I'm going to send out something on Facebook and see if we can catch up with people. See what we can do. Get some folks back in here. Hello, everybody. Check back in. We're going to start all over. My power went out. So let me do a few things here. Let people know that we're back. It's going to take me just a minute. Apologize for that. It's stuff like this. It's been sunny most of the day. Back from Kentucky. All right, Seth is back. Chris is back. Thank you guys. I'm sorry that I lost it, but it's been sunny today, but I've been using a lot of power. I've been charging a lot of batteries, trying to get things caught up, and I thought this might happen, and so I had the battery that I actually have a electric chainsaw. And so I was charging the battery for the electric chainsaw. I was charging the batteries for everything I could find because it was sunny today. And I used so much power. And then doing this late, if it's not direct sun on those panels, I don't have power because my batteries are completely dead. Hello, back. Welcome back, Montana. Yeah, all right, James with the refrigerator. Russ in Ohio. Everybody get back in here. We had a bunch of you guys. Everybody get back in here. Hello, everybody. So I'm sorry, but we lost power, and this is exactly why I would love to have the Yeti 400. This is why I'm doing the 30-day challenge, which we're going to talk about. Hello, Mars. Good to see you. I don't go by Mike, but I won't get upset about it. Hello, Pat, back again. Dana's back again. Yeah, everybody got to go relight the video because the other one's going to get deleted. And I had all the links already set up in the description, and they're not there. But if you wait like 20, 30 minutes after this video is done, all the links will be in there. Have to redo it all. So, yeah, I had everything set up, and then I was suspecting that maybe this would happen. But I got flummoxed because the very last video was kind of like this, and it lasted. Two from Montana. All right, well, get us a like down there in the like button, and we're going to get this thing rolling because that's a little frustrating. Daniel's back from Michigan. We got Michigan back. We got Ohio back. We got North Carolina back. We got Montana. Two from Montana. We got Ohio. We got Kentucky. Man, I'm frustrated and I'm tired. Tired. So what I was saying, another from Ohio, smash the like button. That's what we got to do. So what I was saying was we were talking about the stimulus checks and people getting their stimulus checks, and then I was talking about data. Hello, Missouri, Missouri. So I was talking about logic fallacies, and then the fact that they put out this article in the New York Times where, and I'm not taking a political position. I can find an error in anybody's thinking without me agreeing or disagreeing. You guys know where I stand, but I'm not going to sit here and get into all that because then it just turns into an argument. But the point is that all these politicians, and Obama was one of them, put out a link to this New York Times article saying, see, social distancing worked. And if we'll keep doing it and get harsher on it, fewer people are going to die. And he linked to this article from the New York Times. And basically, in the article, it even said, we set the model so that social distancing and stricter and more autocratic closure rules were rewarded, and in the projections, and states that didn't do that were penalized. So they set the data on purpose to come out with the solution that they wanted, and then they reported the solution, and then these politicians are going, see, we told you. It's there's nothing different than you're sitting there, and I put this on Facebook. You're sitting there in the car with your wife, and you're like driving to LA, And I'm saying, let's go down I-10. It's a straight shot all the way into LA. And you're like, no, no, let's go up into, she's like, let's go up into Oregon and drive around and see the Grand Canyon. And so you're going like, well, my way's faster. And she's like, no, 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 let's go this other way. And so you're like, listen, we got to figure out a way to figure this out. She says, well, here's what I did. I put all the data into a computer, but I told the computer to penalize everything you said. And I told the computer to benefit everything I said. And guess what? It came out and said I was right. That's exactly what this article, it actually said it in the article. They made all the numbers up based on the solution that they wanted. And so, yeah, and from the very beginning, the whole point has been that social distancing and all this stuff is not about saving lives. It's about flattening the curve and extending it so that we don't overwhelm the medical system, which in the end could save lives, according to the theory. But that's not what we're talking about here. That's not the data that's in the set that's in being examined. And so, that kind of stuff goes on all the time. And that's why I'm here. I'm here to help people understand when you're being hoodwinked and when you're being lied to. And there's a lot of that going on. So the headline of this episode is worse or better. And I'm asking you because I want to have an interactive relationship with you. Are we worse than we were, or are we getting better? I know that there's one political side of the spectrum that says, hey, let's just get everybody back to work. Let's get the economy going again. Same amount of people are going to die, but we cannot destroy the economy in order to do this. And the other side is like, everybody's going to die. And so, and that's not their argument. I'm being facetious a little bit there, but the whole point is that those sides are never going to agree. And so, which is why we are a system based on law and not opinion and emotions. There's supposed to be a law, and that law has to be the highest law. And we don't change that just willy nilly because of circumstances. If you do, then emotion and opinion are always going to win. And so I have no problem with social distancing. I have no problem with businesses implementing policies to keep people apart and doing all this stuff. I have a huge problem with doing things that are blatantly and openly unconstitutional and then just going, yeah, it is. Yeah, we know it's unconstitutional. Absolutely. But we got to do it. There is no end to that. There is no end to that. Well, there is an end, but the end's not pretty. We've been down that road. I recommended a book called The Revolt of the Masses, which is where we're heading. Next round of the virus. See, and I was talking about the next round of the virus on March 6th or 7th when I did my first video. There is going to be another round of the virus. There was already another round of the virus in China, and it's happening all over the place. Nothing about here is new. Anybody who's been following me on these videos, nothing about this is new. I've said all along they're going to lighten things up. People are going to start kind of going back to work and all this kind of stuff. And then this thing is going to hit again, and it's going to be worse. And they're already going to have the mechanism in place to shut everything down faster, and it's going to be a lot worse. Economy's in shambles, no doubt, no argument. Psychological effect will last for quite some time. Yeah, but and the thing is we're not to the bad stuff. I don't think we're to the bad stuff. New Jersey, most densely populated state, could be. I'm not sure. I don't know. But the thing is, data shows that far more people are more affected than were tested. Yeah. All of these things are true. But as you guys know, my mantra is it's not about the coronavirus. It hasn't been about the coronavirus. It is about human beings and governments and their reaction to the coronavirus. That's been the whole thing, and that's exactly what we're dealing with. When you can't buy seeds in Michigan, and you can't buy plants, and you can't do things that are necessary for your survival, this is not about the coronavirus. It's not about COVID. It's about a lot of other things that we've been talking about here for a good long while. And so, and one thing I talked about is the black market, people moving off away from this economic system, which is collapsing. It's just an absolute destruction right in front of our eyes. People think that they're just going to like, oh, we're open again. Everybody's open for business. Let's all go to Chuck E. Cheese. That's not going to happen. Things are not going to go back to normal. Products are not going to just appear when they're destroying crops. They're pouring out milk. They're destroying food. They're those seeds that are being just left that people are not allowed to buy. They could have put them in the ground, but they're not even going to let them buy them while they leave the World Wrestling WWE open because it's an essential business in Florida. Um, so, without going into any particular deal, what I want to know from you is the gist that you see on social media is that, oh, we're almost through this. Things are about to get better. What do you think? What do you think? You think things are better? Do you really think that in 6 months from now, what month are we in? April. So that'll be October. That things are going to be better than they are right now. I don't know. That's what I'm asking you. I don't think they will be. I think they'll be much, much worse. You got a lot of people out of work. You got a lot of businesses are never going to go back to the way they were doing business before. When they realized they could send people home, when they could realize they could operate on 25% of the payroll, when they realized if anything goes bad, they're going to get checks from the government. It's not just businesses. It's the fact that a lot of people just can't come back from this. You can't, you know, when you're operating on a shoestring, you just can't come back from that. Um, most people's perception is that it's okay. That's exactly right. Perception is not reality. I don't think things are better, and come fall, things are going to be worse. I agree with you completely. Um, Humankind has been showing its worst in this entire pandemic. Yeah, I think that's probably true. Uh, Bread and circuses, but they canceled the circuses. So we almost got bread. You got bread and milk, and you got all the empty calories that are out there. You got milk right now, but they're running out of meat. Meat is going to be a huge problem. And who's been talking about meat? Who's been talking about not going out there and standing in line for the fresh meat, but going out there and getting the long-term storage meat, canned meat, and all that? This guy. But now they're some of the packing plants are shutting down. They got COVID problems there. There's huge problems in food production and food distribution right now. Huge. This is just a test. Our president said on TV yesterday that his powers are total. He will use this as an excuse to take any rights away from us that we agree to go. I think that's true of anybody that's in power. Anybody that's in power. Brad and Netflix is probably closer to the truth. All right. Get your questions in, get comments in. I'm really, really curious about what you think. I've been talking about this for a long time. We were talking about the stimulus checks going out. That's going to have an effect. So long as, first of all, they're not dumping them all at one time. People that get theirs later, there are going to be fewer goods. Even Amazon is starting to limit, if not what you can buy, they're limiting how long it takes you to get it. But it used to be 2 days on Prime automatic, but that's not happening anymore. Some of the products are not available, but some of the products are available. Some people aren't going to get their checks for months, even into August. And those checks are devaluing. The dollar amount will remain the same, but what it will buy is both devaluing and the products are disappearing. It doesn't matter whether you have the ability to buy something if the product's not available. Shelf-stable meat and cheese. Man, you are way ahead of the game, Mary. Been buying canned meat, but others have caught on and the shelves are bare. Yeah, what you're going to have to start doing is start looking at some online resources that people are not expecting. Also, go to your butcher. Go to a local butcher. The butchers that are not the big butchers, but the butchers that are doing deer during deer season. That's who you need to go talk to because they do long-term storage meat as well. Price increases for what is available is half of the equation, and the other half of the equation is that the prices will not increase, but the goods will not be available. They'll be shown, you'll see a picture of it online, or they'll say they're coming, but the product will not be available, which is another form of hyperinflation. What's happening is a good friend of mine who might be on this video watching said that she has someone that she goes and buys plants from, and somebody pulled up with a truck and said they wanted to buy all of them, and the lady wouldn't sell them to them. This is what happened at our grocery store right when this thing started happening. Somebody pulled up with a truck from Dallas and just bought all the paper products, toilet paper and everything else, just bought it all. If the person is without integrity that's selling it, that's going to happen. All this stuff's going to get moved to the bigger cities, and or whatever, or black market or whatever. Dairies are dumping milk. Absolutely. I used to have faith in humanity. All I see is martial law and the end of life as we know it. Not that we'll have end of life, but definitely not as it was. You're right, Katrina. And losing a faith in humanity is a great thing to happen. Faith in humanity was a misplaced faith in the first place. And so we got to turn our faith elsewhere because human beings are not the place to put any faith. Dairies are dumping milk stored and crops are rotting because the restaurants are closed. Absolutely true. The unintended consequences of what's going on have not even been measured. Not even been measured. And this is not a let's all pile on about how bad things are type of thing. What we're doing is we're just discussing reality. If you can't discuss reality, then you can't come up with conclusions about what is the thing that you should be doing. I'm concerned about both the JIT economy affecting food distribution and the overreach of government. Those are the two things that are happening, especially in Michigan, but they're happening coinciding. Folks do the curbside pickup and don't get a quarter of their items. That's true. A lot of that's going on. I bought a seed vault, and so far they are still sending, not getting here until May. Yeah, and people still need to order those. I've heard some people sniping about the idea of getting the seed vault because it's not perfect for your area or whatever. You need to just get them. You need to get seeds, and you need to get things planted. Local butchers who do harvest preservation, they also a lot of times they'll work out a deal where they keep a percentage of the crop and all this kind of stuff. And we've been to some of the local butchers, and they have sausage, they have lard, they have a lot of things, and then people have not figured it out yet. So that's always a great thing. Hello, Plain Jen. I'll say hello to Danielle for you. There's a farmer who last week plowed under 1 million pounds of green beans and said he was going to probably plow under another 1 million pounds. Yeah, and people are going to starve. People are going to starve, and this food is being dumped because they can't sell it. The system has stopped them from selling it. It's ludicrous, and it's ridiculous, and it's mindless. Where do you buy your tobacco? Leafonly.com is one of them. There's a whole leaf place, but leafonly.com is where I buy most of it. Yeah, all right. Well, you'll get it, Linda. They're still shipping. They're still shipping the seeds. And that's why I was on this so early on. I was saying, get those things, get them ordered. Even if you got them ordered, you're probably going to get them. But there's going to be a moment, and this is what happened with some of the other products I was pushing. There's going to be a moment where it's just going to say not available. That's happening on Amazon right now, just not available. Yes, you can go to Seed Source. My good friend Frank brought up a good point. So let me tell you a quick story, and this is about seeds and how to get them. Back in 1994 or 5, my daughter was really young, maybe 96. It was my oldest daughter was really young, and we what we used to do is we would put on a pot of pinto beans, and you soak them. If you're really good at this, you soak them, and then you dump off the water. You soak them again, you dump off the water, then you cook them. So you soak them for like 24 hours. Well, we put a pot of beans on and we let it sit and forgot about it. And it was there for probably like a week. and my wife didn't like the smell coming off of it, so she dumped the beans off the front of the porch. We all went about our business. Week or so later, there's these plants coming up, and a couple of them made it, and they were big bushes. And I was like, well, let's just leave them, see what it is. I couldn't even remember what it would be, and they were pintos. And we ended up getting like a big bag of pinto beans off these one or two plants. And my friend Frank was telling me, he goes like, somebody was telling him, where do you get your seed for your so and so beans or whatever? He says, I just buy them at the store. So as far as where we are, I don't know where you are. Pinto beans are still for sale. They only let you buy one bag, but one bag is seed. Pinto beans, potato, they still selling potatoes at our store, but they only let you get one bag. Now, potatoes are sprayed with a chemical that's supposed to stop it from sprouting. If you wash them real good, put them in a dark place, a lot of moisture, warm temperatures, you start seeing some the growing out of the eyes, then those you can cut those up and those will grow. But beans and all that should grow just fine. A lot of things you can grow off of stuff you get from the grocery store. It may not be perfect, and it may not come back perfectly according to the type, but a lot of them, jalapenos and all that, you take a green pepper, you cut it in half, get all the seeds down in there, pack some soil in the actual skin, and it'll sprout. I mean, it'll sprout. So a lot of stuff you can do. You can still do a lot of this stuff. Just stay on it and think outside the box, because everybody else is going down one trail and you need to go down another trail. Used to read books such as Hunger Games, Divergent, Pennsylvania, The Handmaid's Tale, and would like to think that would never happen. Yeah, that's right. Here we are. You get the seed vault from there'll be a link after this video is over. Give me about 30 minutes and there'll be a link in the description. All this stuff, if you guys will go through my link, even if you buy something else while you're in the store, I get like pennies or 50 cents or something, and it helps support the show. So I'll have links in the description. Yeah, if your potatoes do that, then you're good to go. No dried beans. Okay, the next thing to do, if you know somebody that owns a restaurant that's like doing curbside service, they just passed a law, passed an executive order in Texas. I don't know where you are, that the restaurants are now able to sell product directly to the customers. I mean, raw product. So they can sell raw food. They can sell raw bulk canned goods. That was passed in Texas by the governor, did an executive order saying they don't have to go through any of their normal rules and they can sell directly. All right. So like Tales of the Apocalypse, that's right. So I got good advice. So now what we need to do is we need to talk about the challenge that's coming up. By the way, if you guys have questions or comments, put them in the comment section. We're going to have a big chat. And I'm still going to be here. I'm still answering your questions. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about, but I want to talk about the challenge because I've been working on stuff all day. By stuff, I mean I'm trying to get myself where I'm in a position where I'm going to be ready to do this. This thing is way, way bigger than I thought it was going to be. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be challenging. If you haven't watched the video yet, the video link will be in the description. The trailer, which is going to be awesome, is going to be out tonight or tomorrow sometime. Restaurant Depot. Okay, there you go. Good idea, Chris. All right, so so what's happening is that I'm doing a 30-day off-grid lockdown challenge. Doesn't sound very challenging to some people. For me to be able to do this, 30 days starting Monday the 20th. I am not going anywhere. I'm not leaving the property. I'm not going to the stores. I'm not ordering stuff, survival-oriented stuff or food or anything from Amazon. To nip all that in the bud. This is the worst time in the 15 years we've lived out here for me to do this for many, many reasons. I'm going to go through it real quickly. This is our land Sabbath. We didn't plant a crop in the fall. We haven't planted any gardens. We've been divesting ourselves of animals. Our root cellar is almost empty. And it's just a horrible time to do this. And the food that we do have, if I do this for 30 days, and I don't end up harvesting any food from the land, or we don't get some kind of animals and traps or something, I'm going to end up eating that food, which means we'll end the 30 days in worse condition than we were. So I'm doing all this for one reason, for two reasons: to educate people. It's going to be exciting and it's going to be fun because you're going to get to actually see my real life daily. You're going to see the stuff I do all day. We're going to be putting in gardens, clean me. When I say we, me, cleaning, cooking, fires, trapping, fishing if I need to, butchering if I need to. I can't show too much of the butchering because of it's YouTube, but anyways, whatever I do to make it out here for 30 days without going to town, without a whole lot of stuff stored up, then that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to walk you through it at the same time. I'm going to be doing tutorials every day. I'm going to be doing lard lamps, going to be doing salting meat, going to be doing food preservation, going to be doing starting fires, going to be doing candles, making candles, rolling cigars, maybe making beer. No, I will be making beer, small beer. Uh, if you can imagine me doing it out here, and it's going to be a lot harder than people think. People have no idea how difficult this is going to be. And at the same time, I'm not stopping any of the stuff I'm doing. I'm going to continue my workouts. I'm going to continue and doing all the stuff that I need to do. So that'll be shown too. And I got a good friend, Sean Tulin, who's a video and producer and director, is going to be putting the films together for me 3 days. And we'll probably get 2 to 3 videos, daily videos out a week. On the days when there's not a video coming out, I will do a live video that day. So it may get confusing because you won't know exactly what day I'm on. But I'm going to do the 30 days, but the videos of the days will continue to come out probably for a month or two. It'll be like a series. You're going to want to watch it. It's going to be captivating. There's going to be so much stuff going on that I'm going to be doing, but it'll be something that'll blow your mind. I can't even imagine anybody else doing this. I can't even imagine. I've seen 30-day challenges, backwoods challenges, catch and cook challenges. This is going to be all of those things plus. All right. Azure Standard Co-op short on a few things and shipping a little late, but still has a lot of bulk, big bulk food. Yep. Daniel, let me write this stuff down. People ask me questions. There is a candle making video on my How We Do Stuff. It doesn't get into too many details, but it does get into some. So, candle making, I promised. What was the other one? I promised another video I was going to link to on there. Yeah, I'll go into lanterns. I'll go into all that stuff. I'm going to make beer. I'm going to make other kinds of stuff. I'm going to definitely make some small beer regularly. I'm going to be talking about everything. Salting meat is going to be one of them. If you can imagine it, and the whole time this is going on, I'm going to be interacting with you. I'm not going to be on social media, but I'm going to be doing live videos on the days where the episode videos don't come out. So on the live videos, just say, "Hey, do this. Hey, do that," and we'll do it. It's going to be 30 days. I'm gonna probably work myself to death, and it's going to be crazy. I'm going to be getting up at 3:30 in the morning. I'm trying to get the equipment. Smoking meat is difficult this time of year. I probably will do it anyway, but depending on what the temperatures are, it's supposed to be 33 in the morning. Now would be perfect for me to be smoking meat. 30 days from now, it could be 100 degrees. So we'll see what the temperature is. You got to, smoking meat is really, really temperature sensitive. But if I can do it, I'll do it. We'll see how all that goes. I'll definitely be doing some canning. I'm going to be doing laundry. I'm going to be doing, you name it, and describing it and what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, how it fits into my day, how it fits into the month. It's not just going to be a bunch of me just doing stuff. The whole thing is there's a scenario, and the scenario is there's been a systemic collapse, like what's going on, only nobody can go out. We don't even know if anybody's out there. And so I'm stuck here in the scenario for 30 days, can't go anywhere, can't leave the land. And whatever I have here, I'm not ordering a bunch of stuff. I'm not going to town. whatever I have here, and it's not a lot. I mean, I want to be straight with you. I could live out here for 30 days and not eat. I can fast for 30 days. I've not done it before, but I'm pretty confident. I fasted for pretty long, and even if I don't have to fast for 30 days, I've got enough tuna and meat and dried meat and stuff that I could do all right. So I don't want anybody to think that I'm just going to starve to death out here. I'm not going to starve to death. But what I don't want to do is end up the month in worse condition than I started. I don't want to have a whole bunch of, I don't want to just eat all my food for 30 days. And so I'm going to try to catch, cook, and do what I can to grow what I can, putting in the garden and all that stuff. Canning food without a pressure canner, you can do that. It's not, depending on what the food is, it's not really long-term safe, depending on, some of the foods need to be pressure canned, or they need to be salted, or something else, or dehydrated. I'm in rural Maine, but I'm still interested in anything you can teach. Got to take care of our families long term. That's right. I honestly don't see the current environment as long term. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I think we're definitely 18 months. If you're not thinking 18 months, then you don't have a very good enough imagination. So that's what's going to be going on, and so it's hard for people to get their minds around it, because you can think of some guys putting on a bunch of camo and taking a backpack and going out there, and we're going to catch and cook for 30 days. But see, they scout those areas. They're in areas where there's a lot of fish, there's a lot of game, or a lot of natural resources, which we don't have here in Central Texas. And or you see another video where a guy's got thousands of dollars worth of gear and dehydrated stuff and all this. That's not the point of this video. This video is like the Last Pilgrims, pre-Last Pilgrims, or WIC. Something happens: nuclear attack, EMP, pandemic, systemic collapse, government shutdown, tyranny. So we'll see how this all goes, and I think you're going to like it. I really, really think you're going to get a lot out of it. I think it's going to be a lot of stuff. I'm a trucker. Yes, sir. I live in my truck. Can't garden and can only keep maybe 2 weeks of food in my truck. Any advice? Yeah. Of course, now's not the best time to have done this, but having waypoints, as many as you can get on your route, would be good. Having a fallback place near where you are, where you can go, would be great. Other than that, you're in a really difficult spot, other than the fact that your situation is something that right now the powers that be want to continue to happen. So the hammer's not coming down on you. It's going to be coming down on grandma, or some guy who doesn't have a job, who can't just stay home because he doesn't have any money. And if he gets $10, he has to go to the store. He has to go somewhere to spend it so he can have stuff for his family. Those are the guys who are going to get a stimulus check, and then the stimulus check's value drops every hour. So those are the guys I'm really worried about. But yeah, 2 weeks, you need to figure out how to get somewhere in 2 weeks that you need to be. That's the best thing you can do. I'm pretty stoked about the challenge too, man. Dehydrated food and a way to make clean water. Yeah, clean water. Both of those are good ideas. So in the description, when we get done here, there's going to be a link to, there's a few things, and I've already gotten some help, but I put some products on my Amazon wish list that I would love to have. They're not survival items. They are items that will help me make the challenge better. I would love to have, so we lost the video today because I ran out of power. My number one item I'd like to have is the Yeti 400 battery, backup battery, which will be on a link underneath. But I also would love to have a drone. The reason a drone would be great to have, they're cheap, but I'm walking around most of the time with a camera, and I'm filming myself, and you get like 2 feet and you don't really get to see what's actually going on. It would be awesome to be able to send a drone up, and you can see the land, and you can see where, if I set traps, or you can see where the water sources are, and I can explain things that way much better. I would love to have a camera. I put a camera on there that's not expensive. It's cheap, but it has night vision. I wake up at 3:30 in the morning, and I'm usually going for 6 or 7 hours before most people get up. And so a lot of my day is spent in the dark, and it's just not going to be possible. All you're going to see is me with a headlight. You see a headlight on top of my head. And so having the night vision camera, having the drone, having the battery backup, there's a couple of other items I put on there that are going to help me be able to shoot and film and all that kind of stuff. So in the description under this, there's going to be a donate button. Please donate. Just please. I'm just asking you. This is all for free. Everything you're getting is for free. So if you can donate, the easiest way, the best way to do it is through Facebook Messenger, because there's no fee either way. You just 100% of the money comes to me. Facebook doesn't get any of it, and it's immediate. If you can't do that, there's going to be a GoFundMe link there. There's going to be other links that you can go to donate, but please donate. Even if you can only donate $10. I mean, if you can do 100, that'd be great. All of this stuff is going to go to make this better and make this channel better, so I don't lose power and we have better equipment and all that kind of stuff. You're going to need my address, which will be in the link underneath here. It's going to be in the description. And then there'll be links to this video, candle making. And there was another video I said I was going to put a link to. Our daughter is autistic and 20 years old. She loves shopping, music, and videos. What do you predict for internet and online shopping? This is not what she likes. She's been a super trooper so far. I have predicted that I think that there is a percentage of a chance, I don't know how much, that we're going to lose internet at some point. Probably not till the fall, but it's been sketchy. It's been sketchy. I had some YouTube problems today. Other people are seeing problems where they are. All of the systems are stretched to their capacity. There are more people doing online stuff than ever in the history of the world. And so it's all subject to they're all interrelated and they're all stacked. So if the people who are involved with bringing you your internet get sick, if they end up going home like the meat packers did, if they end up closing up some of those businesses, only 3 guys that keep my internet going. So all of those things are subject. You can't be dependent on them. I hope they stay up, really. But I'm planning on doing a 30-day survival challenge, so I'm hoping they're going to stay up. Yeah, give what you can. It's a mind-boggling thing. Give you an example. I've done a fundraiser before where there's a GoFundMe, and GoFundMe nails you for a percentage and then put the 30 cents per deal charge on top of it. And people will do GoFundMe like that. And then you tell them, well, you can do it through Facebook Messenger and there's no fee either way. And they're like, it's just weird. But there's a lot of different ways for people. There's like 4 different ways now for people to donate. And since I'm not monetized on here, hey, by the way, we're at 3,600 hours, 400 more hours and we can get monetized. That money won't count. There won't be hardly any money, maybe $5 or $6 a year, but it allows me to do a lot of other stuff. So anyways, when you get done on here, don't just shut it off and go back to what you were doing. Give me about 30 minutes and I'll have all the descriptions back up. I'll have the links back up. If you're going to buy anything from Amazon, even if it's not the things on my link, click on one of them, and then anything you buy on that trip, anything you buy, I'll get it doesn't charge you a penny. You don't pay any more, and they'll give me like 30 or 50 cents or something. It all adds up, man. Hit the like button, right, Russ? It's easy to do PayPal. I don't have PayPal as one of my preferred ways, but if you want to do PayPal, just private message me here in the comment section, or you can message me on Facebook and I can do PayPal. I just don't put it up there as a preferred way. All right. Air cured sausage making. I've done that and I've done a lot of it, but it's not the season. It's going to be difficult. Unless we have a cold front going into May, I'm probably not going to be able to do that. My root cellar is about 55 right now, but the temperature will go up pretty fast. All right. Hit the like button. That's right. Don't have Facebook Messenger, not a smartphone guy. What is the next best way to donate? If you go to my donate link, which is on my website is michaelbunker.com. just put in michaelbunker.com. Right at the top, there's a button that says support Michael. Click that. And there's one that says direct donate, and it goes through Stripe. It's fine. There's a little fee, and it takes 6 days to get it, but it is the easiest other way to do it. No fees at all on Facebook. 0. Totally free. Yes, there will be a link also on this page in the description that pays through Stripe. All right. I think we're there. Anybody have any questions? I'll give you a minute or two, and then we're going to shut it down. I got so much to do. I'm going to be working. Today's Tuesday. I got 2 interviews tomorrow. I got a bunch of stuff to do the rest of the week to get ready. Got to clean up, get a bunch of stuff done. Not getting ready for the challenge, just getting ready so that it's stuff I don't have to do. It's chores. I'm just thirsty, and I'm tired, and it's past my bedtime. God bless you all. I appreciate you. I love you. Lord willing, I'll see you tomorrow.